Hi, it's Phil Walker, and have I got a delicious tip for you today on handling California workers' compensation cases under the AMA guides. It's called a motion to order reimbursement of alleged medical legal expense for not correctly applying the AMA guides. Let me tell you how it works. Let's say you get a report in from a doctor. The report is wrong under the AMA guides, and he doesn't correctly apply the guides. Let's say that you write him. You give him quotes from the guides, and you try and get him to correct his rating, and he won't do it. Let's say that you even depose him, and he basically ends up saying, well, I disagree with the guides, and I'm not going to apply them that way. What do? At that moment, you file a motion to strike his report as not substantial medical evidence. Because remember, for his report to be substantial medical evidence, it must apply California law correctly, and the AMA guides are now California law. But here's the delicious twist. Remember that defendants have to pay the cost of a medical report, what we call a medical legal expense. But under the Labor Code, we only have to pay expenses which are reasonable or necessary to prove a contested claim. Well, let me ask you a question. How could the cost of a report be reasonable or necessary to prove a claim if that report is not substantial medical evidence and does not correctly apply the law of California? It can't be. So if you really want to get things going, file the motion to strike, and then file the motion that basically says to the court, the doctor did it wrong and we want to be paid back. Let me tell you what usually happens. Usually when you file that motion, suddenly the doctor decides he needs to do a reevaluation, and when he does the reevaluation, the rating starts getting much more reasonable. So that's a trick that you might try, a new technique to use, a motion to get your money back. And if you're looking for other tips of this nature in California Workers' Comp or the AMA Guides, you can find them in my new book, The AMA Guides Made Simple, which you can order at www.askphilwalker.com. And if you've got any questions, all you need to do is contact me, Phil, P-H-I-L, at askphilwalker.com, or telephone me at 877-774-5550. Because remember, whenever you've got a question about the guides or California workers' compensation, just ask Phil Walker. I'll see you soon.